What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Destiny. In the last episode, we began the investigation mission, and in this episode...
What are they doing here? They don't go anywhere without being directed.
Yeah, typically, but these guys seem to be a little bit of a special case. Now that I've put down that super, and I probably should have actually finished firing it before I did that. Oops. That was my bad. We're going to jump on into this thing. Wow, sloppy start. Okay, so let's start killing all of these Scorn here. We got a lot to deal with. Oh, that's not fun. All right, so we got a big Hive Knight to deal with. We've also got Ogres shooting at me from every single direction. All of this is really, really fun. Abominations. Okay, let's start taking all these things out. Okay, ooh, this is a lot of damage I'm taking. All right, we got to be really, really careful with how we deal with everything here. I am going to take out you guys as much as I can with just Suros here. Thank you very much. That Hive Knight is definitely going to give me a lot of trouble. And you, as soon as you start looking at me, I know you're going to give me a lot of trouble too. Well, luckily I weakened that Abomination for you, so you're freaking welcome, you jerk face. Okay, there goes the first of the barrier guards. We got 2 more left to defeat. Let's just take them all out one by one. Probably just need to do one shot to down the shield and then just do the rest with the melee, honestly. Be a lot better. Because it already weakens the shield so much. Alright, we got rid of that moth. Let's continue back up towards the middle now. I'm going to just take you out right off the bat. I'm actually going to move around the backside now instead of over where you're at. Oh, hello everybody. Here, you can have that. Let's see. Okay, we got a bunch of them here. Let's take them all out. Hello. There is probably... Oh, yeah, there's a lot of fun going on over here. All right, I'm going to try to... That one actually is taking quite a bit of damage from that Abomination. Oh, geez. Hello there. All right, hold on. Oh, that's going to be fun to deal with. Here, have this. I'm going to kill you right off the bat. There we go. Get those volatile rounds going. There you are. Almost got him. Perfect. Now, if I can focus on you next. I do have Font of Might going, so that should do a lot of damage. And down, I think, goes the barrier, right? Did everything else around it despawn? Nope, we still got Thrall here. Okay, let's take care of all of them as well. Hello, guys. Like I said, this thing has a crazy radius to it, so that's pretty great. Oh, gosh. Oh, we got a Hive. Never mind, we got that right there. Another Light Bearer. Oh, geez. Hold on a moment. 1, 2, 3. Yep, 3. One shot and then 3 melees is the play with those guys for sure. Let's hit them. Oh, more barrier guards. Are you kidding me? Oh, gosh, I thought I could dodge there and I couldn't. All right. Oh, what the heck? I used the melee and it didn't count. Ah. And see, this is why I'm not the biggest fan of glaives, because they sometimes just don't work as advertised, which is really, really frustrating when it happens. All right, well, maybe now I can do this once more with feeling. Okay, this time I'm actually going to start with a super here that I actually managed to save for this particular go-around, so hopefully that's a little bit better. Well, let's just take care of you, get that ghost popped, and then we can move. Move, 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 move. Don't kill me. Oh, my goodness. At least we got rid of the big guy. Now I can start focusing on everything else. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness, you guys are relentless, aren't you? Jeez, get that healing going, please, and thank you. Nope, no healing. Well, thank you, Suros, for letting me down. Oh, this is going to be fun. Well, luckily, I still have a little bit of ammo left. It's just going to be this one last magazine. I can just take them out from afar. I should probably just keep box breathing going every single shot, and we're good. Okay. We got 2 rounds for this thing. Oh, no, there's a few more specials, so never mind, we're good. Oh, of course you had to come over here, didn't you? You had to come over here. The other Barrier Knight. What are you? Don't aggro me. Go away. Jeez. Jerk face. Hold on. Did I get another? I think I might have gotten another heavy round out of that. Well, I guess I'll just kill you that way. Gotcha. Holy crap, and an exotic, too. I will happily take that. We got the colony. Fun. Well, that's a new one.
Not sure.
We also got an Enigma level up.
Ghosts serving the Hive. All ghosts were created after the collapse. The Traveler released us just before it went dormant. These ghosts had thousands of opportunities to choose a guardian and they passed right over humanity and chose our enemy instead. I can't forgive that.
Yeah, it's kind of a bad thing, I would say. All right. Let's see. Where are we supposed to go next? Up that way, apparently. Let's keep going through the swamps. I didn't know why were there swamps out here? It's a really interesting choice for Savathun, but whatever. Guess this is her aesthetic or something. Even if that is the wrong use of that term. It's the meme we use. I don't care. Aesthetic, aesthetic, aesthetic. What the heck? Is that a pyramid ship? I do believe it is. Wait a minute. Things have gotten weird. Well, let's head up this way, because this is where we need to go, and...
Brought us here? Hey, take it easy. Just let me explain.
Yeah, you do have some explaining to do. The Rebel Ghost Finch, so that's what you are. Huh. All right, well, everybody, welcome to the Throne World proper. Yes, this is now an official patrol space that we can actually play around in. There's a whole bunch of stuff that has been unlocked to us. There is this new activity, the Wellspring. We got strikes and things like that, but of course, a lot of this is locked behind the fact that we need to progress more of the Witch Queen campaign. We got more region chests to go after, more lost sectors available, and a raid, a dungeon, the Enclave. We can always go back to itself. Yes, that is here under the Throne World Director. There's a whole lot going on. But first things first, we need to talk to Finch.
Hey, get awkward out of the way first, I always say. This pile of ash and bone used to be my... Actually, don't worry about it. All you need to know, us wandering ghosts gave into the hive believing we'd found purpose, and well, peer pressure's a hell of a thing. Huh? Also, because it's what the Traveler must have wanted. Yeah. Then Hive killed Guardians with light, and you think, that's the Traveler's will, really? I'll tell you what, I don't buy it. Not anymore. The Witch Queen's up to something, and, maybe together we get to the bottom of it, huh? There's an old Hive temple nearby with Savathun's secrets inside. That is all I know. The what and the why? That's your game, yeah? And when you get there, radio me. Private channels only. Oh, almost forgot. The name's Finch. Honored to meet you. Yeah, for real.
The rebellious Hive Ghost Finch doesn't believe the Hive deserve the light, so he offers to work with you to uncover Savathun's scheme. He provides your first lead, a Hive temple hidden in the dark corner of the Throne World. Complete the Ghost's mission in the Throne World. On top of that, we also get this, hard evidence. Finch checks the surroundings, his squirrely effect shifting into a quieter, tenser mode. He whispers that he has proof of the Lucent Brood's shady schemes. He transmits a strange gleaming fragment in the air before you. As it drops into your open hands, it sends a slight but distinctly paracausal pulse through your palms. Finch explains that he swiped it from the apothecary wing in Savathun's fortress. He isn't exactly sure what it is, but he's convinced that it's meant to play an important part in some twisted ritual. Bring the fragment to the hidden in the Enclave for analysis. Okay, so with Finch, we have ourselves a vendor. We have a whole bunch of things that we can unlock along the way, including a good look at the new types of armor that we can get here in the Throne World, which is the Veritas set. There is also new types of weapons that tend to all kind of look like this. Very strange designs, but this pointed inquiry that we would be getting here is actually a deep sight resonance and also a craftable weapon. Every single one of these weapons in the Throne World is craftable. You also have some other upgrades that we'll be explaining as we go. It also has its own bounties, but we need to get through a few more missions before we're allowed to actually get these. Because right now, Finch doesn't trust us, and we don't trust Finch. So we're going to need to work on the ghost mission, but we're going to be doing that in the next episode. We're going to end this episode, actually, by heading off to the Enclave and going off to the evidence board to see what's going on with this whole hard evidence quest that we just picked up. And it apparently is going to give us some legendary gear, so we might as well try to get something out of it. So I will see you there in just a second. Now, upon deleting a few weapons, I also progressed our weapon shaping quest, so we'll look at that here in a second, too. But let's take a look at the evidence board. This is the evidence board, the main hub of intel.
Our inquiry into Mars has grown well beyond its original bounds. As of right now, it seems the relic is our common link between the phenomena here and Savathun's plans. I want to know how, and I want to know why. Continue your assignments. Evidence, leads, anything of relevance. Be sure to log it here. This is a complex knot we have to untangle. This board should help us keep our thread straight.
Okay, this is the evidence board, the main hub of intel for the Hidden's investigations into Mars and Savathun's throne world. You scan the few reports posted around the edges of the board. Clearly, Ikora's agents have been working hard, but they haven't had much luck finding concrete evidence. Finch's mysterious fragment gleams darkly in your inventory. He was convinced it was linked to something shady with the Lucent Hive, and Ikora did say to log anything of relevance here. But first, you should confirm just what this fragment is. You've seen metallic ore similar to this in the throne world. You should find a sample for comparison. Maybe there are others with the same paracausal resonance. Search the quagmire for a sample to match the osmic fragment. So we need to get ourselves something within the quagmire, which is the main area that we drop into once we land in the throne world right next to Finch. We could probably grab that before we start the Ghosts mission in the next episode. Now let's head down here to the relic really quickly and see what progress we can make now that we have gotten our resonant alloys. Resonant alloys are required to make new shaped weapons or upgrade shaped weapons. Some weapons may require special types of resonant alloys that cannot be obtained from normal weapons you find in the world. Continue gathering resonant alloys to use in your shaping and reshaping weapons. We also get another weapon pattern for our troubles, which is for... let's see... Palmyra B, which is a heavy weapon, a rocket launcher no less, a stasis rocket launcher. Now that is actually a pattern I would not mind crafting, but I'm going to grab this one. You have shaped your first weapon, the Enigma. However, further increasing a shaped weapon's level can unlock additional capabilities. To upgrade the Enigma with enhanced traits, ascendant alloys are required. Speak with Rahul in the tower to learn about this material. So we will grab that. I also want to briefly take the time to explain the curio that we grabbed from the relic here. That is this thing. Now, originally, weapons were crafted with several different types of materials to make them work with. So you had this relic tether to tell you your amounts of every single type of resonant element to keep... basically to keep it all in line, because you needed specific different ones for different types of weapons, whether it be raid weapons, throne world weapons, world drop weapons, all that stuff. And it was really confusing. So Bungie actually did away with the system entirely, and now resonant elements are just the only currency left. So it does kind of make the relic tether a little bit obsolete. Like, you can still check your 1,000 or whatever that you can have. You can carry, I believe, a max of 10,000 resonant elements. So it's worth at least checking every once in a while, but it's not nearly as necessary as it was before when you were juggling like 4 different types of elements. So that was something I figured needs explaining. So we can talk to Rahul really quickly and see what he has to say on the subject matter. But this is pretty much everything I wanted to discuss as far as this episode is concerned. We can at least turn this in with Syncopation, and then we also have Palmyra B. I will get this one put together a little bit later on. I'd like to get more resonant alloys before I get too crazy with those. I'm probably not going to actually use Palmyra B in the campaign itself, but it is definitely going to be useful for later stuff, particularly the seasonal content a little bit later on. So we'll eventually get around to crafting it, but for right now, I'm not going to really worry about it too much, especially when I am so currency and material starved at the moment. I need to get a whole lot more from this campaign before I am ready to start spending a bunch more again. But let's talk to Rahul. I'll see you there in just a second. All right. What do you have to say on the matter regarding Ascendant alloys?
So barter is warranted.
Ascendant alloys. Curious. Master Rahul looks up from his research. These are rare materials that only manifest in specific areas of conflict. While Banshee and I can provide this material to Guardians, our supplies are quite limited. If you need larger quantities of these alloys, you'll need to seek out these conflict zones. Ascendant alloys can be purchased in limited quantities from Banshee 44 and Master Rahul in the tower. These alloys can also be acquired from weekly campaign missions in the Throne World and the Wellspring activity in the Throne World. He'll give us a freebie, or 2 freebies, excuse me, which is really, really nice. I'm also going to do that. We also need to level up the Enigma to level 3 to continue with that, and you will notice that you can also buy Ascendant alloys here. Now, this is the Ascendant alloy that you can get once per week. However, there was one time earlier on in the year where the Ascendant alloy bugged out a little bit, so Bungie gave us an additional gift of 2 more. This one can be claimed exactly 1 time. I probably am going to get it because I think this might go away when Lightfall launches, so if I can get enough shards before then, I'm probably going to end up grabbing this. But this is the only one that you can grab per week. You can't grab this one as often. It would be very weird if there was Ascendant alloys in different quantities for the same amount in 2 different places every given week. No, that's a one one-time gift that you're allowed to claim and then never again. I think he said Banshee also carries them, but for the same material cost. I don't believe that's actually true. I think the only Ascendant alloy you can get from him is on this path here. So you can get 1 per full rank up, which is actually a pretty hard thing to do. So don't try to bank on those too much. The weekly campaign missions are an okay way of getting Ascendant alloys. If you run them on the highest difficulty, you can get them pretty frequently. But honestly, the best way to get Ascendant alloys is the Wellspring activity. You can just run the basic match-made Wellspring activity, something you're already going to do a bunch of times for reasons that we will explain later, and you will get an Ascendant alloy maybe once every 2 or 3 runs. I'm not kidding when I say that. By far the easiest way of doing it, and you do not even need to do it on the harder difficulties. So that is something to keep in mind. We obviously, again, these only are used for unlocking enhanced traits, but enhanced traits are definitely things we're going to want to get, especially for some of our better crafted weapons. Guys, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Destiny. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. In the next episode, we are going to be jumping on into the Ghosts mission. We're going to be collecting that resonant material that we need that apparently has something to do with the osmic fragment that we were given by Finch. We're going to be doing all that in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.